Vibe Show 97.9. Man, listen, y'all already know the vibes. I'm gassed up about this one right here, man. I got a king coming on tonight. Everybody been going crazy. The emails been going crazy. A lot of people been going crazy on the gram and that social media thing. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, y'all make sure that y'all keep it locked in. Get your popcorn, get your beverages or whatever you got to get ready or whatever. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this exclusive. It's going down tonight with the one and only Goodz. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. We'll be right back. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Yep, Vibe Show 97.9. I'm your host, Kano the Don, the Vibe King. And tonight, man, we got an explosive one for y'all tonight. Listen, y'all already know when you talk about battle rapping, it's just you have to mention this guy's name right here, man. I'm talking about world renowned. When you talk about that entrepreneur game, the ultimate hustle game, this your guy right here. Listen, I'm talking about the one and only world renowned battle rapper, music artist, entrepreneur. We've all seen him, man, on Ultimate Rap League, URL, Line DNTV, ripping heads off. Y'all already know the vibe, man. I'm talking about the one, the only, Goodz. What's up, Goodz?
Man, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Yo, man, I'm on a cloud right now, my brother. I'm on a cloud right now, man. I'm feeling good, man. Like I gotta thank you though, because I know you're always busy ripping and running. So this one right here, man, means a lot. You know what I mean? Definitely a huge fan. So I definitely appreciate you coming on here, vibing out with us for a little while.
No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all having me up here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we got so much to talk about, man. Number one, I want to go back though, because I want my fans to really just get some backstory on you or whatever, because a lot of people just, you know, be introduced and see what they see right now, but they don't really know the history. You know what I mean? So I want to go back a little bit. So born and raised in the Bronx, New York, which is rich soil. We all know lot of rich culture come from there or whatever. What was it like for you though, you know, growing up back then?
I mean, I think like it's pretty much the same for like anybody growing up in you know, in the hood or, you know, something like that, or growing up. When it came to rapping though, you know, it's kind of embedded in you, because, you know, it's like the Bronx is where hip hop was created.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something that's embedded in everybody that was born in the Bronx or something like that, man. But it was the same as anything else, man. You know, childhood, you know, the fire hydrant. I don't know if y'all see this, 'cause I know in other places everything is different, but we used to have the fire hydrants, and, you know, they open the fire hydrants, the water shoot out.
Right.
You got the kids running through there, and, you know, a lot of noise, a lot of traffic, and, you know, so a lot of stuff like that, man. But it was good though.
Right. You know, but like you said, you know, it's not hard to get bit by that bug, you know, because there's so many phenomenal artists and just entertainment period, come from New York. But to me, I feel like, it's definitely a God-given gift when it comes down to being able to just spit off the dome like that, being able to battle opponents. It's a little bit different from writing rhymes and going in the studio creating and stuff like that. How did you get into like the battle format of it all?
Um, I mean, I think rapping, period, especially when you come from New York. New York is very competitive in
Mhm.
everything, in
Right,
everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crowded up here that you won't be the only person rapping, you know what I'm saying, on your like I say, on your block. It might
right,
be 10 people rapping on your block, right?
right.
So so to find out who's better, you gotta kind of go against each other. So, you know what I'm saying? You could just be coming outside one day and your friend might have just talked you into this battle you don't even know about, right?
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? And he's talking junk to the other kid friends, and he like, my man better than your man. And you come outside and you just in a battle and don't even know. And
Don't
that
know it.
and that's how a lot of them happen. You know what I'm saying, up here, and especially for me, that's how a lot of them happen. So it's just so competitive. That was the way to prove who was nice. We wasn't going, my songs is better than yours, or you saying I'm better than you. The
Right,
only way to prove it is to battle. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So
Right. I definitely get that. I definitely get that. Like inspirations though, being seeing these different battles and different things going on or whatever. Were you inspired by any? Because I'm asking that because, like, like I said, I'm a fan, been a fan for a while. I watched you grow in the battle world, and then also watched you grow as an MC as well. And I just always felt like things were a little bit different with you, as far as like the vision, the way that you spit. Because I've seen you get aggressive, but you
mhm.
still aggressive in a different type of way, to the point to where the way that you do it, it's like it's easy to gravitate to it. Because I think a lot of people try to fool you with the illusion of the aggressive spitting and all of this stuff like that. But
Mhm,
really,
mhm.
slick talk is you really embody that. You know what I'm saying? With the signature
Right.
drink as well, always got that. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
So
mhm, mhm.
talk to me about like really humming your style and skill set though.
Um, I, real talk. I think it comes from just being authentic.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think it just. I don't try to be nobody I'm not on stage. Like everything people see from me is really me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? As far as like when I was drinking on stage a lot, that was something that just happened because I was always had a cup in my hand. So
Right.
when I battled on camera, it just so happened I had a cup in my hand.
Right.
So it wasn't like, all right, all right, let me put the cup down for this. No, I'm being myself. So you're gonna get me drinking, you're gonna get me joking, you're gonna get me chilling, you're gonna get me I was always in the fashions, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So you're gonna get me, dressed. That's all me. Everything I give is me. And I think when you stay true to yourself, when you really give the world or give the fans or the people who you really are, it don't look like you trying to do it because it's you. You
Mm.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with a lot of people, I could tell when somebody is trying to do something, or I know people that, or some rappers that they voice is deep on track, and if you hear them in person, or their voice is deep in the battle, and when you hear them in person, it's like that's you. That's how you change your voice. So I just think when somebody's authentic, you could see it and you could respect it more and you could feed into it more. So I try to give people like, not try to, I give people me. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And I really feel when you say that too, because those be the ones that I most gravitate to, the more authentic artists and the more authentic battlers as well, because you could tell the ones that's actually trying to put on a facade and
Right,
all that
right.
stuff like that, and when you being yourself, it is way more easier to just be yourself other than trying to be something that you're not, because then you got to prove that outside of the stage and all that stuff. When with you just being yourself, and everybody can relate to that, because if they know you, they know,
Right,
oh man, that's just Goodz, man, you know what I mean,
right,
that's been him. So I definitely feel that. When it comes down to like the URL though, you know,
right.
when it comes down to that arena, which is one of the biggest arenas in the game,
Mhm.
um, how does it go when it comes down to picking opponents? Like, I always wondered that.
Uh, I mean, well, it's different for everybody. You know, you got a lot of dudes that they pick your opponent for you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For somebody like me that been in the game for a long time and put in the work,
Right.
that don't happen for me. I kind of, for me, it's me picking who I want to battle, who makes sense for me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I always try to strategize my career and everything I do with some kind of plan, and something that makes sense. I don't just jump out and do something and do something that don't make sense, because I don't feel like the supporters of the fans is going to gravitate to it. So I always want to do something they're going to gravitate to. So if I know they want this battle, that's the battle I do. I won't just take this battle just because, just
Hmm.
the battle. You know what I'm saying? So for some people, you know what I'm saying, is the league picks your opponent. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But for most, it's about what makes sense. Let's say this new person came up and he's on fire right now, and this person is coming up and he's on fire. It
Hmm.
is a road for them to battle.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. Most, let me not say most, but some battles you got a backstory. Some is just these two people is the hot two people at the time. You know what I'm saying, some is they styles is similar, the things they talk about, so that'll
Hmm.
make for a good battle. So it's a couple of different things that go into to picking the battles. For somebody like me and like some of the other dudes that been in it for a long time and got that respect and build that name, they can just pick their battles on who they want to battle.
Right, which makes sense too, because I watched you go from, beginning in the game to getting the respect in the game, and like you said, getting in a position now to where, of course, the bag is bigger now. So, like you said, it has to make financial sense as well too, because you in a space now to where you don't just have to battle.
Right, 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 right. And I think for me, from the beginning, I kind of made it like, and for some people, battle rap paid well. Everybody get paid different, but battle rap pays well, right? So for some people, battle rap is a job.
Right, I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. For me, I try to make it where I didn't need battle rap to be a job. I always made sure I was making money in other places, because then you won't water yourself down,
Hmm.
and you're able to last longer in it with the longevity and still be somebody they want to see and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but the funny thing is, different stuff works for different people. That works for me preserving myself and not battling as much as everybody else. But then you got other people that battle a lot, and that works for them. People want to see them because they battle a lot. So depends on the person.
Right, right. That's so, because I wondered that too, like with like your Tay Rocks, and I see
Hmm.
them a lot, but you don't really see you a lot. And whenever you do pop out, I notice it's a big battle. The setup,
Right,
the setup is, it makes total sense, and it's one of those battles that everybody want to see. Like the Cassidy battle. Uh,
right,
I wanted to see that battle. To me, at first, it didn't really make a lot of sense, because
right, right.
I didn't really understand Cassidy coming back into the battle world too, because it just didn't make sense to me, because the culture was different from when he battled or whatever, and I didn't really see the style change or the transition as far as like competing against somebody like yourself or Tay
Hmm.
Rock, something like that. I was like, well, he gonna have to really like come with something. It can't be the old flows or anything like
Right,
that, because it's not gonna work. Not
right.
the way that you guys have set it up now, and it's on a whole nother level. Talk to me about that battle though, because to me you were so relaxed. I didn't really see any pressure or anything. Like you were totally in your bag, and I seen more frustration on the other side. But it seemed like you came into the battle well prepared, relaxed, basically goods.
Right. I I think that comes from me just doing it for so long. Like what I tell people when they come in, like what Cassidy didn't understand is it's totally different now from when you was battling then. I was battling from all the way back then on the streets, and everything changes. Hip hop changes. You know what I'm saying? Every so often, hip hop changes. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop is way different now than it was back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know that and anything you're doing and study that. So me coming into the Cassidy battle, I knew that. I knew what to do. I knew what to expect. I knew what the fans wanted to see from me.
Right.
And that's it. And that's what it is. If you don't know what the fans want to see from you, you're just gonna be rapping. And that's the thing. And I think in that battle, he didn't understand that yet. And
Right.
he was too cocky to humble himself down and try to figure it out. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He felt like he knew it. He knew already. I got it. And it's totally different now. So with me, as long as I know my stuff, which I pride myself on knowing my material, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go up there and be calm and just be me.
I even think he kind of like took it like light work in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he was approaching it. And because it was a lot of things that I seen like from the gate, I was like, I don't know, man, because like you really got to be prepared when going against somebody like yourself, especially you, because it's like I never see you when people getting crazy and jumping around and talking crazy and I always see you just like chilling, like talking to the crowd, not even paying attention, like man, waiting on your turn to go. And I just think it's dope the way that you do that. And that was one of the things that gravitated me to you, you know what I mean? Because not only, you know, I love the bars. I love the way you spit. I love the way you put your material together. And I can relate to that type of material, the way that you do it, the style and skill set, the way you prepare and you put things together. And I think that's what a lot of people was gravitating to, because a lot of the aggressive stuff, it'd be cool, but people want to hear what you're saying too at the same time.
Right. Yeah, I think staying in your pocket is key. You know what I'm saying? I think and composure. Composure is key. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I try to pride myself on, is keeping my composure. And, you know, because when you keep your composure, the stuff that they're saying to you looks like, okay. People go for you. So that's like if somebody say something about you, right? And it could be a lie.
Right.
Or it could be true. You're the only one that can make it believable or not. So if I react off of it, then you're gonna believe that it's true.
That's a fact.
If I don't react off it, then you're gonna believe it's a lie. If I act like it's a lie, it's a lie. If I act like it's true by reacting or getting out of character, then you're gonna believe it's true. So that's something I know and I pay attention to. And honestly, I'm on stage and I'm kind of thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So I won't even get the impact, because these dudes I go against, don't get it wrong, they're incredible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so I won't even feel the impact of what they're saying. I'm not really paying attention too much.
Right.
So I'm kind of in my own world. You know what I'm saying?
They look at that as disrespect too.
Right.
You know?
Right. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, you know, another thing that I want people to understand and realize is, you know, you're a street dude. You know what I mean? You come from hustling in the streets, but I wanted to connect with you mentally to kind of break down and explain the transition from, because I don't really see you straddling the fence once you've seen a new light and a new avenue and a new way to go to earn. I see you making that transition. I see you mentoring. I see you, you know, getting into real estate and you launching all different types of businesses and different things like that, you know, with having multiple streams of income coming in. But for some people, you know, even with having things going on and these, you know, huge opportunities and blessings in front of them, they still straddling the fence.
Right.
End up getting caught up, like, you know, like your Sue Surfs and, you know, awesome, amazing talent.
Mm-hmm.
but then at the end of the day, still straddling the fence and end up getting caught up. Talk to me about your full transition and at what point you decided to take it serious, your career, your brand, moving in a different space. Was it when your daughter was born, or at what point did it really click for you?
Um, I'm not gonna say it was when my daughter was born. It changed the way I looked at things. That was the first
Mhm,
step.
mhm.
That was the first step. And then once I figured out my lane, and that's the thing, you got to figure out your lane. Once I figured out my lane and saw, wait, I can make money doing this, something I like to do, or something I put my mind to, and don't gotta run from no cops or dodge the cops and maybe get killed or gotta do no jail time.
Right,
It's a no brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? But I think,
right,
and I wasn't scared to step out of what I knew. And
right,
people be scared to step out of that comfort zone where they're comfortable at. So a lot of people is comfortable being in the street because that's all they know, or comfortable selling drugs, or comfortable doing things like that because that's all they know, though. You get what I'm saying? So they don't understand that it takes a strong person to step out of what they know and take the risk of going into something they don't know or don't know what's going to happen. You
right,
know what I'm saying? For a better outcome, though. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So I think, and that's the thing. I just think like with the Sue Surf situation, I think, yeah, he didn't understand that he didn't have to do the things he did before. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Now, you know what I'm
right.
saying? You don't got to do that no more. But it takes maturity to understand that. And the only thing that happened with me is I just grew up.
Yeah,
It ain't nothing. It ain't. It's
yeah. It's
simple.
simple.
I
It's
just grew
simple.
up. You know what I'm saying? And when you grow up, you get mature. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? I can't say I became an adult because even when you become an adult, that don't mean you get mature.
right. That's a
When you
fact.
grow up is when you become mature. I just grew up, you know what I'm saying? And then stuff opened up and I start seeing things in a different light.
Yeah, I definitely feel that because that's the thing too though. I wanted to ask you because as talented as you are, pretty much with everything that you are touching right now, and manifesting, I'm seeing these things produce. I'm seeing things, and something you said in a podcast, I thought that was really, really dope. You was like, man, you just speaking things into existence. You know, you don't talk about it a lot. You think about it, you manifest it. You study and do the things that do the research that you need to do, and then put the capital into it to try to manifest it, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's a failed situation or whatever. Does that come from mentorship? Because I know, even with myself, with being in the streets, hustling and stuff like that, pretty much the same formula, just transitioning into the legal sense of it.
That's
Uh,
all it is.
was that your thought process too?
Definitely is this the thing though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you one good key thing about, coming from the streets.
Hmm.
You get a certain level of common sense
Right,
and you get a certain level of knowing how to run something.
right.
So if I applied the same methods I use in the streets to do it legally, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like when I came out with the cologne, you know what I'm saying?
Genius.
I came out with a cologne, right? And it was like, you know, selling crack to me, selling weed.
Right, right,
Same thing. I gotta bag it up and I gotta get the uh the people to buy it. I gotta
right,
get the clientele. I gotta find the clientele, bag it up, and get the people to buy it. You get what
right,
I'm saying? And when I did that, I that's how I applied it, and it worked because it's the same thing. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You running your own business. I mean, just like if you're doing something like that, you got to re up, you got to buy work, and you got to find the clientele and sell it to the clientele. All that's the same thing as selling whatever you want to sell.
right, right,
So yeah, and I mean that pretty much was it, man. And it's like I said, it's taking a risk because I could have came out, I could have tried to do something good and something positive and put my money into something that could have failed. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't be scared for it to fail because, like I said this before, I didn't lost money off of cops taking it.
Right.
And I just lost it, not even trying to do nothing.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So why would I lose money trying to actually do something to make more money?
Yo, that right there is dope. I mean, that's common sense. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? It's wins and losses. That's in business. That's in the streets. That just comes with the game of
Can't be
life.
scared. Can't be
Right.
scared, man.
Exactly.
You lose it, go make it again. Put that in your mind. You lose it, I'm gonna make it again. I don't know
Exactly.
how, but I'm gonna figure out how to make it again. That's what
That's
it
a
is.
fact. That's a fact.
Mhm.
Vibe Show 97.9, man. We just in here vibing out with the one and only Goodz. We got to go pay some bills. We'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Ooh.
Come on.
What's new and hot on the scene? What's new and hot on the scene? The Pink Smoke Cigar Company, a black, female-owned boutique cigar company offering one-of-a-kind, hand-rolled cigars from proprietary blends created specifically for Pink Smoke by the J. Will Cigar Company. Their exotic recipes are blended from various regions of Nicaragua, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, the Dominican, and Honduras. What's certain is you'll experience the most unique, even fresh smoke your palate has yet to discover. They're so hot, they were the premier brand ambassador at the 2022 Men's Style Gifting Suite for Super Bowl 56. For more information, go to pinksmoke4u.com. That's pinksmoke, the number 4, letter U.com to experience Pink Smoke's sexy, classy cigar culture. Contact L Group PR Agency for bookings and events.
Back with the one and only Goodz, the Vibe Show 97.9. We just in here vibing. Now, shout out to everybody that's on the live chat right now, and shout out to everybody that's on the radio airwaves tuning in right now with my special guest, the one and only Goodz. So, yo, Goodz, let me ask you this, man. So, now that's interesting because I thought about the fragrance, but that's a whole different world right there.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about what inspired that, because you already had the apparel and had that going or whatever, which just made sense in the entertainment business that you in to self-promote. Why not promote your own merch? You know what I mean? But then the fragrance thing, I was shocked by that. I was like, yo, that's a dope move. But I also know that it's not as easy as everybody think it is. Talk to me about that inspiration.
Not to be totally honest, I came out with the cologne first.
Ah,
The merch, I didn't really want to do merch because I didn't want to be cliche. Everybody does merch, right? And if you're gonna do it, you gotta really, like for me, I know I'm gonna really want to get into cutting fabric and stuff like that, right?
right.
So I got into cologne. My man Bones, Bones Brigante, he's like really into cologne. He probably got like 150 colognes, and it's
Wow.
something he do. So he came downstairs one day. I went to pick him up, and he had on his cologne. No, before that, I'm speaking to him one day on the phone, and he says, "Yo, yeah, yo, I'm on my way right now to go buy this cologne." He said, "Man, this shit goes $400, man." So yeah, but I'm gonna get it. I said $400. So I flipped him. I said, "Man, what's wrong? Yo, you bugged out. I would never buy no cologne for $400. Like that sounds crazy, right?"
Right.
So now I'm not into it at this time. Of course, I'm into smelling good. I got a few colognes myself, but I'm not into it like that when I'm going to buy $400 colognes. It didn't make no sense to me, right?
Right.
So one day, after that, he comes downstairs. He got on this cologne, and it's like incredible. I love it. I'm like, yo, what's that you got on? He like, it's whatever. It was called Tom Ford Noir. Okay. And I said, oh, I got to get that. So how much that run for? He like, about $130. Which, I'm like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
Right.
I said, I like this one. I could do that. I goes and get the cologne next day.
Mm-hmm.
I go to get it. I look for where it's at. I want this cologne bad. I go and get it. When I get to the store, I'm like, I tell them, they let me smell. I'm like, let me smell it to make sure it's a cologne. I'm like, it smell like it, but it smell a little different.
Yeah.
I like it though, but it smell a little different. But it smelled different because it's not on your skin. It was on the paper. So they was like, would you like to try the Tom Ford Noir Extreme? It was another one. There's a new one we got. I'm like, yeah, let me smell that one. So I smell them. So now I'm sitting there like, damn, I don't know which one I want. Both of them is good. So I wound up buying the other one, not the one I initially wanted. I wound up buying the other one. So when I left and I got home, I'm like, nah, but I wanted that other one. I want the other one too.
Right.
So I went back the next day and bought the one I wanted. So that's 2 already. That's 206 hours spent on cologne in 2 days.
Right.
From there, and now I'm smelling different joints. If I like something, I want it. I'm buying it. To the point I got so into it. Like now I'm into it where I want to smell different from everybody else. So typically when you want them different lavish smells, you going high end. So you paying $200, $300, $400 for colognes. I got colognes I done paid $400 for, $350. I got a bunch of those now.
Right.
Because I got into it. So once I got into it, I'm like, and this is how I think. I'm like, you know what? I want to do my own cologne. Like, I want to do my own cologne. Like, and I wasn't even thinking to put it out yet. I'm just saying I want to do my own cologne because I know the type of smell I like and what I want to smell like. So I want to do my own. At this time, I might have had like 20 bottles of cologne. You know what I'm saying? So I start researching, Googling, looking for places, found the spot. Pay the money to go make my own cologne. Make it. It comes out so good to me.
Right.
I said, nah, I gotta sell this. I want people to have this.
Right.
So, and I just decided right there, I'm gonna do a cologne. This is gonna be my cologne.
Right. Now we learning packaging, and you gotta think about the look and
so now I start. So there I came up with the name right there because before I left, they like, you should come up with a name for it. So I'm sitting there thinking, that's when I came up with the Slick Talk leather. I wanted to keep it. It was a leather scent. It had leather in it. At that time, I made a leather scent because I didn't have no colognes with leather in it.
Right.
And I liked the leather scent, so I made me my own. And Slick Talk is a part of what the brand. So that's why I named it Slick Talk Leather. And when I left, I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. And I came out with the Slick Talk Leather. Well, actually, I dropped it like on Black Friday. I feel like 2 years ago or something like that. 2 years ago, something like that. And it did so well. I'm talking about to the point where it did the numbers it did. I didn't expect it to do that well. Like, it's a cologne. I didn't even know how big that cologne industry was. I'm just kind of getting into it. But I knew, I knew how I wanted to smell, and I knew what smelled good. So, and it did so well. And I'm talking about it did well off of people not smelling. Remember, I don't have no testers. It's people buying a cologne just because of, I guess, what I gave them throughout the years.
Your brand.
My brand, me, yeah. So, I remember waking up. I dropped it Black Friday, so that was 12 o'clock at night. Right? Let's say I woke up like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Sold out.
9 o'clock in the morning, and I made like $5,000. And I'm like, I'm looking at my, I'm like, what? I'm lost. I'm like, wait, like I ain't gonna know the cologne thing was that big. And from there, it just kept going. And by the end of the week, I was at 12,000. I'm like, damn, like, off a cologne. And then at this, now I'm buying more. I'm really getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm smelling the high end ones. I'm like, when I do a cologne, I want it to smell like that. I want it to be high end. I want it to smell like something nobody, when they put it on, it's signature. Mine, it's signature. Yeah. So I start really getting into and I'm going in there mixing it myself and really actually making the cologne.
I was gonna ask you that too.
I'm going in there making the cologne, adding a little bit of this, taking out this. I'm really going in there doing that. So yeah, man. So it was a humbling experience, and now I'm up to my 4th cologne. I got 4 colognes out right now.
Wow, man! Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. And that's what I was gonna ask you too. with you already having a solidified name or whatever, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, your people in the business, did they embrace the things that you were doing outside of battle rapping?
Like in the battle rap,
Yeah,
battle rap.
it's like, of people that's in the game or whatever, because everybody ain't gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Boom, I'm gonna support that because
Nah, never. You know how that is, man. The closest people to you is the people that's not gonna support.
That's a fact.
The supporters, the support as far as the fans and stuff, that was the people that supported. But as far as my peers and stuff like that, nah. There's a few people on hand I can name that supported, that brought something to mind. You know what I'm saying? But those are the people that's not gonna support. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that though, and that was something I was aiming for. You know what I'm saying? Even after that, from the Cologne, once I saw I can do that, I always wanted to do my own sneaker. Since coming up from being young, you want your own sneaker. The only people that had sneakers was athletes, really.
Right.
Are
you the first to do it?
I think, well, from what I know, Daylight did a sneaker, but I didn't know. I didn't really. When I did mine, I didn't know he did one.
Right.
I feel like at the magnitude I'm at, like what I did with it, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 6 different colors out on my sneaker now.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So I think like keeping it going and the magnitude of that, I think I'm the first one to do that. And that's something I always wanted to do. So I said, if I could sell a cologne without somebody smelling it, just off of my presentation, I could sell a sneaker because you can see it. I know I'm gonna create something that people is gonna like because I'm in the fashion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the sneaker thing was something I always wanted to do, and I said I'm gonna do it. And you know what I'm saying? I did it. And
it kept evolving as well too, because then we had the bomber jackets and the slick hats and
So that's when I added the apparel because I don't want to get too into the clothing, but I want to have some stuff to go with my sneaker line that you can buy, and you could do that. So yep, exactly.
Man, congratulations on that too. That's important because to me that's inspiration when you see one of ours, that come from where we come from, producing these products and putting these products out there. That's inspiration because a lot of people, you can have a lot of money, but a lot of people don't know what to do with the money as well. But then when they see somebody like you, producing, putting things out that's actually doing well, the way you're presenting it, advertising it, putting it out there, you always wearing your own gear. Very rarely, you wear other things too, but you're always self-promoting, which I feel like is really, really important too, because like I said, people already buy into you, they like you, and then so that comes with everything you got on, what you're wearing, how you smell it, what you're drinking on,
right.
All of that. And I think that you really embodied that, which is really, really important to do that. And I think that's why you are successful with what you're doing, and you always incorporating it into your battles as well, just basically letting people know, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm doing this over here. It ain't really no comparison. I'm educating you at the same time.
Right.
It's dope, man. Like, word. I ain't gonna lie. Inspiring many young men and many young women as well too, because that's another thing that you do as well, with mentoring and the younger culture that's coming up or whatever. How important is that to you, with the level that you're on right now, reaching back down, educating, giving game up, trying to steer people in the right direction who actually wants it? How important is that to you?
I think it's very important because I didn't have nobody to do it for me. It's like I had to really, take the risk and learn everything myself and fall a couple of times, bump my head and get back up and you know what I'm saying, and shake it off and keep going. So I felt like if I had somebody to do it for me, I could have cut a lot of corners, you know what I'm saying, and not made the mistakes, you know what I'm saying, I made. So if I could help somebody not make those mistakes, you know what I'm saying, get to where they need to go faster, I don't see why not. I think that's how the world turns. I think that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? So we all could be. I don't just want to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? If I could be and help 5 other people be, you know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah.
I applaud you on that. You know what I mean? Because, like right now, man, the way the culture is right now, like I think this is the most selfish mindset
Right.
type of time that we're living in right now. So for you to be in a different lane, that lane that we desperately need as OGs and as we are growing, maturing
Mhm.
mentally, I just feel like it's important that we do reach back for the younger culture, because I just feel like it's so much going on out here, man. But it ain't a lot of people that's really trying to direct traffic anymore. It's like everybody just like, well, I got mine, and that's on them. Let them
Right.
crash out or whatever. Some of them you can save, some of them you can't. But I
Right.
feel like it's still our responsibility as older figures on this planet that we shouldn't just give up on them completely. So
Right. Right.
I applaud you for that, man.
Appreciate that.
The
Thank you.
most difficult thing though, that you've had to face thus far in your life, Goods, what would you say that has been, whether it's becoming a father, or in the battle rap world, or the entrepreneurship world, or what's one of the things that you can tell us that's been your most challenging thing that you had to face?
Oh man. It's a hard question. I don't think it's becoming a father. I think you kind of just snap into, you know what
Mm,
I'm saying, snap into what you're supposed to do with that. Um, I do think is figuring out what would work for me.
mm,
So I can stay in my daughter life and not be one of them fathers that's getting locked up and going to jail and I'm missing half our life because of decisions I made.
right.
So figuring out how to stay in her life and make the money to support her legally
Hmm.
was the challenge. Was a real challenge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I kind of figured it out, and I hope I could keep going and you know what I'm saying, go from there.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because a lot of people don't say that. You know what I mean?
Right,
So that I think that's really really dope, and a dope perspective on it. Which again ties into who you are, constantly evolving, constantly growing, as a human.
right,
You know what I mean? Because you know how it is, man. You've been in this entertainment business for a while, and you know how easy it is, man, to get caught up in all of the traps that's out there, all of the temptation that's out there. It's so easy to get caught up in the lights as well, because them
right,
lights hit you, and them lights, and then that paper start rolling in too, and it could change your whole mindset, and you can actually lose yourself. And we seeing this happen more and more in the music culture and in the entertainment culture. We're seeing it primarily with the younger youth. We're seeing all these things happen, and a lot of people fall before they can even dig themselves all the way out. You know what I mean? Because I think they lose the essence of the blessings of it all, man. Being able to do what you love to do and actually earn an income off of that, I think, is a blessing in itself.
definitely. I appreciate that, definitely.
For sure. So now I want to show images of we got here as we're wrapping up. We got the slick walks.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's more flavors. We just grabbed this, but it's actually more flavors out there that you have, which is really, really dope. When it comes down to designing the look of these, where did that inspiration come from?
Uh, 1 second, I'm sorry.
No.
Uh, actually, from I used to like the Balenciagas, the ones you
Mhm.
slide on your feet like the socks,
Right.
and Hirachis. So I kind of those are like comfortable, very very comfortable, right?
Convenient as well to slip
And
on.
and convenient. So that's when I saw those, that's what went in my head. I want something when you get a little older or like you on the move, you want
Hmm.
something you could wear every day, and you want something you could just kind of slip on your feet and go, but
Right.
that's also stylish.
Right.
So that was my whole concept of the sneaker, something that somebody could slip on their feet and go, or if you work out, you can wear them. You can wear them from the gym to
Mhm.
the, you know what I'm saying, to wherever else you got to go after that, and
Right.
they won't hurt your feet. You know what I'm saying? The challenge was trying to get them to weigh a pound. They only weigh 1 pound,
Mhm.
and I want them to be that light where you just feel like you got nothing on. I want the sole. If you get them, if you feel the sole is like real soft. It feel like you kind of push it in a little
Mhm.
bit. It feels like clay a little bit. So I wanted it to be just extremely comfortable, but not one of them sneakers that's comfortable and they don't look good, but
Right.
stylish and comfortable
Right.
and easy to put on. Like you don't got to tie them; they already tied. You just slip your foot on. They grab your foot and you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
what I wanted. Yeah.
Right. And guys, if y'all go over, if you're interested in checking out everything that Goodz has going on, you can log on right now to www.nothingbutgoods.com. That's www.nothingbutgoods.com.
And we're actually doing a big holiday sale right now too, 30% off the whole site. I try to a lot of people, a lot of the supporters buy from me around Christmas, I guess, to give gifts or and stuff like that. So I try to do stuff to commend them for the people that have been supporting me throughout the year. So we're doing a big holiday sale, 30% off the whole site. And yeah.
Right, right, right. That's dope, man. That is super dope. Y'all make sure that y'all go over there and visit the site, man. He got a lot of dope stuff over there too. Even he got music, he got merch, he got so much stuff over there. If you're trying to get a bottle of that cologne, got
Definitely.
and that's I wanted to ask you this too because I've seen the upgrade in the packaging as
Right.
well when you first drop, you know what I mean? And then now I'm seeing the luxury bottle
Right. Right.
right here, which looks amazing. Um, that was definitely a major upgrade, and that's also available as well, guys. So y'all can go over there and pick up a bottle as well. Talk to me about the packaging and upgrading. I'm seeing
Um,
progress.
yeah, I think with everything you got to upgrade. You got to get better in everything you're doing because the times change so quick, and you can't look the same. If I look exactly the same as when I started doing something, it's like, why would you spend your money on it? Why would you believe that I'm putting the money back into it if you're
Mhm.
not seeing no change? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want, everybody to support me to see, all right, well, at least he's doing something positive. He's taking this money and putting it back into his goals and his business and trying to make his business and stuff better. So, you got to show the same way. You got to show what you're doing. And the best way to show is through the product. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So that's just the way I look at it.
As you're growing, though, are you losing in some way or whatever? Because, like you said, you are growing. Are
Hmm.
you growing um, as you're growing as a businessman, as an entrepreneur? You're launching so many, got your hands in so many different things or whatever. Learning how to turn that legal paper over now into more money. Are you growing? Or is that light dimming a little bit as far as from the battle rap scene, battling and doing that? Or because I know that's the love, but
Hmm.
you are growing and maturing mentally too. Do you find yourself getting in a space one day not battling anymore or doing something else?
Well, because I don't battle as much as everybody else, and I kind
Mhm.
of battle like once a year or something like that. I just kind of been like that. Um, I think I'm able to continue to do it how I've been doing it. I
Right.
focus on other things, but what I learned is I would never say I retired or anything like
Mhm.
that because I love rapping and I'm always gonna get that itch to go back in there no matter what because I love doing it. And when you love doing something and you get that itch, it's hard to just be like I'm going to, I'm gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna continue to, you know, handle the business and put myself in other situations and things like that. But I'm never gonna walk away from battle rap. I just think the way I do it anyway, because I don't battle as much as other people, and I really only do it like once a year. And sometimes I might go 2 years without doing it. It gives me the time to do the other things that I'm doing now. Anyway.
Right. Slick Talk the project is out now. Um what talk to me about the difference between actually putting together because I find that most battle rappers when they going from battling they
Hmm.
sound good and then you hear them trying to put together a music project, and it don't really sound right to me. I prefer you to just in the battle space, but with you were able to make that transition as an MC outside of the ring as well, and put together a masterpiece project, which sounds over the bar to me.
I appreciate that.
I absolutely love it. But was that transition difficult for you? Because I see a lot of battle rappers trying to tap into that side of it, and they struggling a little bit with that.
Right. Nah, because I always kept it like I always went to the studio and wrote raps separately, meaning like cipher raps, I used to call them. So when I was in the house, I would write these 32 bar raps and stuff like that, just for ciphers and battles and stuff like that. Then when I'm in a studio, I'll be working on something particular. So I'll just focus and write for that. You get what I'm saying? So I always kept it separate like that. So I think I'm able to turn it off and on as far as being in battle mode and writing them battle raps, and then going into the studio and knowing I don't got to be that complex and stuff. It's more about a melody, or, you know what I'm saying, the topic of the song, you know what I'm saying? As you know what I'm saying? So I think that helped me throughout the years, because I kind of been like that, you know. And I learned from a lot of situations I've been in, like, you know what I'm saying? I shout out to Swiss Beats. You know, I was messing with Swiss Beats at one time. I done been in a bunch of studio sessions with a bunch of different people, and I just listen when they talk and pay attention. So it helped me now later on in my career on, you know, how to go in and actually do music and separate the two. I think a lot of battle rappers just have trouble with separating the two and thinking, you know, oh, this song got to have a bunch of bars in it or a bunch of punchlines, and it don't. You know, if you're talking, the topic is about a girl, it should just be about a girl, or learn how to implement those punches and stay on the topic.
Right. Would you ever do, you know, with being independent for so long, would you ever do an industry deal or anything like that? Or because you've been in the independent space for a while, and you have maneuvered and mastered ways of earning income and being able to keep everything self-contained. Do you ever see yourself going over on that other side? Because like I say, you've been in the business a long time, man. You hear the gossip, you hear the talk, you know what's going on, you tapped in. But I see you don't go that way, which you can as an artist. I mean, could have been done that, but you didn't though. Any reason for that?
I mean, I just feel like the right situation didn't come along. I feel like it all depends on the right situation for anything, you know. And that's what I believe in. If it's the right situation, I would do it, you know. But I'm not just gonna go sign a piece of paper for some money at the time if it ain't. And I think people get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? I got morals, you know, and I got stuff I live by that I don't let money interfere in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that. A lot of artists ask that question, you know, and I like to ask seasoned guys that come on just to get their perspective and some insight for artists that's striving and trying to come up, because, you know, you get caught up and you see everything that's glamorized and it looks like it's easy, but it's really a lot of work behind the scenes, and a lot of people have found that niche on the independent scale to be able to just keep scaling from that space. And like you said, if the right opportunity comes along, but I feel like now you've positioned yourself now, even if a deal would come along, the bag would have to be right now, because you've established yourself on your own and have stamped your brand and your name out there. So I think that, you know, when those deals do come along, after the work has been put in, you've grinded, your name is out there, you're trending, you feel what I'm saying? It's easier to broker a deal, a better deal, more for you, as opposed to just trying to hurry up and get signed because you got skills and you got talent, and then they can give you a deal that they want to give you.
Right.
Definitely. Man, listen, as we get ready to wrap up, I need to know what you got coming soon, because you're always cooking. And I just need to know for the fans, everybody's wondering what can we look forward to you got coming.
Oh man, I will next year. I'm actually trying to do maybe another battle. I want to do another battle definitely next year. I've been working on this hookah lounge in Houston
Okay.
for the last year and a half now. So we should be opening in January.
You're doing a grand opening, I'm sure.
Yeah, we
We
should be
got
doing
to
a
come
grand
out
opening.
there, man. We got to come out there,
Yeah,
broadcast live out there. I'm
definitely.
excited about that.
Yeah, so we should be opening in January. So that's something I've been working hard on and doing that. And I got some more colors coming out for the sneakers. I'm doing another cologne soon. So I got a podcast coming next year. So I got a lot of things I'm working on for next year, man.
Definitely. As we're closing out, for anybody, man, that light may be getting dim, or they may be losing their inspiration, man, from somebody like yourself that's continuing to thrive, continuing to grow and manifest these things that we are able to see. Any words of uplift or encouragement for anybody, man, that's maybe thinking about trying to get into the battle world, or maybe trying to get into the entrepreneurship of it? Any inspiration for anybody that's tuned in?
Um, I would say the biggest thing for me is don't don't just say you want to do something, do it. All
Mhm.
right. It meaning a lot of people say, when the time get right, I'm gonna do this, or in next week I'm gonna start the gym, or you know what I'm saying, or in
Right.
2 weeks when I get this check, I'm gonna do my own painting company or whatever it is. And people think that there's always a perfect time when it's not. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to just stop thinking it's a perfect time and actually just doing it. Even if you do one thing every day, do something
Right.
until you get there. Don't say you want to do something, actually do it. So that's the biggest
I appreciate that,
advice I give
man.
somebody. Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, man, Goodz, I gotta thank you once again, man. Definitely one of my favorites.
Appreciate you,
It's
man. Appreciate you.
definitely been an honor, man. And we want to thank you from the whole Vibe staff. We want to thank you so much, me, Strong Jewel, and the rest of the team. We want to say thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, and we wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you're gonna be doing in the future, man. And we can't wait to get you back on here again.
Appreciate that, man. I can't wait to come back up here.
Absolutely. Listen, Slick Talk, man, is out right now, man. Y'all make sure y'all go and stream that thing. It's out right now. Slick Talk by Goodz.
Well, not stream.
Definitely.
It's on the site actually. It's on nothingbutgoods.com. It's not up for streaming.
Okay, so y'all make sure y'all go. Y'all heard that. Y'all make sure y'all go. It's not on the streaming sites. Y'all make sure that y'all go directly to the website and go and pick up your copy right now. Man, y'all already on y'all phones already, y'all. Or if you're
Mm-hmm.
not on your phones, y'all go ahead and rush over there, man, and go get your copy.
And real quick, I got an app too for the phones. Nothing but goods. The app. So
We got the app out too.
we definitely got the app out. I had the app out for a little while. So nothing but goods. The app is in the Apple store. Is in the App Store. You can go download it. iPhone, Android. You go get it out the store, out the App Store. Yeah, put it on your phone.
Absolutely. And they got those deals going on right now. Those deals are going to last up until what, the end of the year, right?
25th. We're gonna stop it on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. So listen, they got the discounts going on, the sale, big sale going on right now. So y'all make sure that y'all rush over there to the website right now. As soon as you log in, it's going to pop up right there. It's going on until the 25th. So you still got some time. Don't wait too late because things are going to be sold out. Gonna be a last minute out here, man. Y'all jump on it. Goodz, I want to thank you again. Can we put those social platforms out? Put the social platforms in ways that people can actually get in touch with you?
Yeah, Instagram, Goodz the Animal. That's GOODZDA Animal. Twitter, the Real Goods, and yeah, my email for any kind of business, or if you just want to, get at me and want some advice or whatever, man, you can always DM me on Instagram or hit the email goodsbusiness1@gmail.com. And yeah.
Absolutely, man. It's the one and only Goodz.
All right, appreciate
It's the
y'all.
Vibe Show 97.9. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to everybody that was on the live right now. Shout out to everybody that was listening on the radio airways. If you're not subscribed to the Vibe Show 97.9, I don't know what you're doing. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and share this amazing interview. It's the Vibe Show 97.9 with Kano the Don and the one and only Goodz. We out of here. Love you, bro.
Yeah.